The Confederacy of Independent Systems was a faction solely designed to help Sidious become the Emperor. For this reason, they often carried out counterintuitive orders to winning the war, such as surrendering valuable resources to the Republic or villainizing themselves in front of the whole galaxy. But what would have happened if the CIS was actually trying to win the war? And how could they have helped themselves do this?
Manufacturing capability.
Now, for this rethink, I want to say that Sidious no longer commands the CIS by a proxy of Dooku. His plots are gone. However, the Clone Wars is still happening, and the Separatists are in it to win it this time. So how is this going to go, and what could they do to improve their chances? Well, firstly, let's talk about the perception of the CIS. As we know, Sidious wanted to villainify them. This helped him look good and also helped him push his anti-alien agenda. For this reason, the Separatists did some pretty cruel, needless, stupid stuff. For example, Wat Tambor, after conquering Ryloth, stole all their wealth and used the citizens as human shields. This is cruel and incredibly stupid.
Yep.
At the end of the day, the point of the CIS is that it's supposed to be better than the Republic. And they really need to prove this. When taking control of a planet, they should be installing a public government and then flooding that world with resources to turn the people onto their side. They should be offering them what the Republic cannot, and that is low-cost, tax-free goods. The Separatist Council have a stranglehold on galactic trade. They can basically buy all of the goodwill that they want with this. Even die-hard Republic supporters on now CIS-controlled worlds who are waiting for a Republic counteroffensive have to admit that if a new regime comes in and brings a lot of benefits for them and for their loved ones, then maybe it's not too bad. Maybe they start to sympathise with the Confederacy more. And winning the perception of the people is a big, big part in them actually winning the war. Now, focusing on resources, I want to talk about the Separatist army. Droids in overwhelming numbers, designed to be as destructive and cold and calculating as possible. And this again was obviously a terrible idea, like we've talked about
They
so
need
many
better
times.
droids.
Sidious slightly pushed this again to make them look bad.
They need
At the end of the
big,
day, what they
serious
should have done is one of
tactical
two
droids.
things. Either A, used better droids
Yes.
that were not only superior in combat, but could also be programmed to act less destructively and
Yes.
more compassionately towards organics.
Definitely.
Or they could
Let me issue
incorporate the
47.
organics into their military more.
Yep.
By having living beings in the military, it means that they can act with compassion and they can be the human face to the otherwise mechanical army. Similarly to how real-world militaries use things like translators, it's very, very useful to have native people on your side, especially for the CIS, who was planning on holding the world afterwards, and even doing business here. They need to maintain a good relationship with the people whose lives they're in. It's one thing to invade a planet and take control of it, but it's another thing to then keep those people happy. Finally, I think we need to discuss the very half-hearted attempt that the Separatist Council actually put into the war effort. They seem to just throw away long-term strategy and focus on just getting rich quick. Many, such as the Trade Federation and Techno Union, were technically neutral in the war. They were funding the CIS, but officially the organisation was not aligned with them. They were still neutral and for this reason held a great amount of sway in the Republics, still being able to trade there. And this is incredibly unclear what they were actually doing. In some ways, it might have just been a way to keep cash flowing by trading with the Republic, as they're still the majority of the galaxy. However, realistically, they could have done so much more with the amount of influence that they had in these big companies. As I said, they had a stranglehold on galactic trade. They could have caused shortages in food and other materials. They could have increased or lowered prices. They could have destroyed the Republic's economy. And realistically, the Republic would have been powerless to do anything. As generally in the Star Wars universe, companies are so big that they basically have a monopoly over the market, meaning that the Republic lacks any form of infrastructure to fill their place. So if the Separatists were realistically serious about the war, and the tycoons weren't basically playing both sides to try to have eggs in every basket, then realistically I see no reason why they couldn't have won the war, because they could have just economically strangled the Republic, and they could have used all of their resources that they have to buy so much goodwill with the Outer Rim and core territories that realistically nobody would have an issue with them. If it wasn't for Sidious and his own plans that they needlessly followed, then realistically, I think victory could have been in the grip of the CIS.
Yep.
But what do you guys think? Would this have worked? And do you think that the CIS could ever have defeated the Republic? Let me know in the comments
Yes.
below. Thanks for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed. If so, please remember to like, share, and sub, because it's really
Single
appreciated and it helps the
manufacturing.
channel grow. Also, don't forget to follow me on
But
Twitter at
the CIS could have won
regular updates.
just by single
Also, don't forget to
manufacturing.
check out the latest series of Warhammer 40k lore, which is starting in the next few days.
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys like it. Do please give me some feedback. But most importantly, thank you for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.